You know, first thing I'll say, you know, is we got a heck of a football team there. First of all, I mean, I just love those guys. I couldn't, you know, say more great things about the character of this football team. And you can talk about this, talk about that, but you know, those guys play their tails off as they wear that Pitt logo on their chest. And as a football coach, that's all you can ask for. You know, I just love them to death. And you know, it comes down to the inches again, and you know, whether it's a punt where we get it, you know, deflected. You know, I mean, our kids are fighting, and you know, that's a good football team out there today. Maybe give Virginia Tech credit, but you know, we did enough things to not win the game. We got 4 downs from the 1. We got to punch it in. I didn't think anybody could catch Jester Weah. I know he wishes he would have just dove into the end zone. You know, hindsight. You know, we had 4 plays down there. We managed the clock well. Got all 4 in there. Had a fade. Had an opportunity in those last 4 plays. You know, we'll go back and look at the tape. But I'm just proud of our kids, and you know, just that's what it is.
Was there anything you would have done differently play call wise on that last sequence, or did they just need to get more push on those runs?
You got to block them. You need a yard. I mean, we can sit here and talk about play calls, and you know, I mean, you got to block them. You need a yard. You got 4 downs to get a yard. I mean, we could set this and run 4 different plays. It doesn't matter. You know, you got to get 1 yard. And again, we know they're a good football team. We know that you know, they got a good run defense, but it's a yard. We got to be able to get a yard.
You struggled to run inside all day. Was there something? You struggled to run inside all day. Was there something in particular you saw from Virginia Tech they were trying to take that away?
They're one of the top run defense in the country, so we knew that. That's why Kenny was in the game. I think he was probably a better passer at this point, and he did give us a shot with some of the balls he threw. Wasn't as much scrambling going on. I think he's going to continue to get better going forward, and we'll just continue to evaluate that position.
Was the plan coming in that you would go to him?
Yeah, we had that plan. I know you guys tried to bait me Monday. I wasn't going to give you anything, but no, that was the plan coming in the second quarter, and then we were going to make a decision after the second quarter. The plan was Bill was going to play the first quarter, and Kenny was going to play the second, and we'll just make a decision on how the game's going. Are we running the ball? Are we not? Are we throwing it? And just make a decision from there.
What did you say to Kenny after the interception late?
I didn't say anything to him. I don't go mess with him. I let Coach Watson and the offensive coaches coach him. That's all he needs is a head coach in his ear. It was a good decision. I think it just wasn't a great ball.
You feel like you've seen a lot of steps of maturation for him in this game, stepping up in the pocket. Seemed like he's.
Yeah, and again, even Ben had a nice throw in the first, in that touchdown drive early. He hung in the pocket and threw a nice one. I think Mr. French, I'm not sure who it was, so many minutes ago, but he had a nice step up in the pocket throw as well. And then we threw a pick too. So we lost the turnover ratio, didn't rush the ball. I did not rush them, we lost time possession. That's usually fatal.
The drive before the last one, you guys, at 4th down, you're in your own side of the field, offense goes out, you end up using a timeout. What happened in that situation? What was supposed to happen?
It was 4th and 10, and again, I'm not worried about the timeout. The timeout was a good timeout. It ended up being perfect timeout, to be honest with you. But it was 4th and 10. I told the offense that we were going to go for it. Early in the series, I said, hey, you have 4 downs. But we got down to a 4th and 10. It was just, I flipped my headset over to the defense and said, hey, can we stop them? Can we get off the field? Which we did a week ago. And they said, we'll get it stopped. So credit to our defense on what we call a 4-minute get the ball back. Went 3 plays and out. We got the ball back. Didn't use a timeout in that series just to preserve it for the end if we need it offensively. With a young quarterback, and we were able to do that.
So that's why you sort of call it that perfect timeout, just because it allows you time to make that decision.
Well, yeah, we had to get the personnel out there before we get a delay game, and maybe delay game would have been better. I don't know, I thought just to get our personnel out there, punt the ball, and get the ball back. I think 4th and 10 is a risk at the 35-yard line. It didn't matter, what they do with the ball; they were just going to take a knee anyway. It was just a matter of do you want to punt it, try to change the field a little bit, and that's what we did. Again, it worked out okay. It would have been really okay if we scored a touchdown there.
Was that timeout at the beginning of the second half one you wish you had back to?
No doubt about it. No question about it. I mean, that's a young quarterback, and we know we're going to take some, make some mistakes. Just a wristband, read the wrong wristband, whatever, got confused. I mean, you can see him standing there looking again, but he's just got to run the play. But that's some of the things that you're going to continue to work through and learn from.
How long's Coach Powell been sitting on that one?
For a little bit. It was a heck of a play by Nate Bossery. It's a senior walk-on that has done everything we asked. fast. He's worked his tails off. You know, he's a fighter, and you know, he dislocated his shoulder. Jerry's not here. Jerry, he got a dislocated shoulder. If you're listening, and but it was a heck of a catch, and you know, I knew he'd make the play. You know, I've seen the guy make plays in the scout field for 3 years now, and I had no doubts if the ball was near them, he'd catch it and come down with it, and he did. Happy for him.
He hurt his shoulder on that play.
Yeah.
About Winslow's throw too, I guess was.
It was a heck of a throw too. You know, we knew he could throw it too. You know, again, it doesn't really matter at this point.
Avante had the pick, a bunch of big pass breakups, playing with basically one good arm.
You know, that guy's a war daddy. You know, love Avante. You know, he wanted to go last week. He was mad at me last week. I just, you know, he was ready to go this week, and he made some great plays out there. And the kid played his tail off. You know, we stopped the fades. We stopped the fade stops. They threw one jump ball up there. You know, I don't know what kind of throw that was, but you know, Avante slips on that one. I thought we had another guy that could have made a play, but we'll watch the tape.
Brian, you had one?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if DeMar, Theron, were those guys held out precautionary or?
Yeah, I mean, DeMar's still out from last week, but we expect him back this week.
Final question before we get to our player reps.
DeMar could have played if he wanted to, and so could Theron.
Okay, thank you very much.